Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. You know I love you and appreciate you. Listen, we're going to kick this thing off right. Talking about let go and let God. Listen, there are dark days and miserable nights where I find myself not seeing how I'm going to get out of what I find myself in. There are moments in my life where life weighs me down because of so many cares. But here is the word: let go and let God have his way. I love that right there, because sometimes we are holding on to that which has taken a hold of us. And if you're not careful, you'll hold on to a grudge. And before you know it, that grudge has a hold on you. There are times when you are holding on to worry and anxiety, and the next thing you know, worry and anxiety have a hold on you. But here's what Jesus says: come unto me, all you who labor and are heavy laden. I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon me and learn of me. What is he saying? He's saying, let go and let God have his way. Every now and then, here's the word, and that is it. We need to do what we can and then trust that God will handle what we can't. Let go and let God have God's way. It simply means that there are times when we've got to say, I'm going to pray about it, I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to trust God to handle the consequences. Let go and let God have his way. So that's the word of the day. If you want to overcome anxiety and worry, here's what you do: let go and let God have his way.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
14 minutes after the top of the hour. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Front page time. What's happening, Maria Moore?
Good morning, Rock T. The front page is brought to you by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. Oh, my gosh, another tragic video on social media. Police body cam footage of the fatal shooting of Sonia Massey, an unarmed black woman who was shot in her own home by a deputy after calling 911 to report a possible intruder. Special K, you saw the video, and we were talking about it in the studio. It was released by the Illinois State Police on Monday afternoon. The video, reviewed by ABC News, shows Massey, who was 36, being shot in the face by former Illinois Sheriff Deputy
four
Sean
times.
Grayson.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it, Rock T.
It's disturbing.
Gary, it's very disturbing. I wouldn't encourage anyone to even look at it. The woman was removing a boiling pot of water from the stove.
He said we don't want to start a fire. She said, oh yeah, let me take this water off. And she said something about it's hot.
Yeah.
He said it's hot. She said, yeah, it's hot. She was taking the water off the stove, and she made a comment. I rebuke. And he said something. She said, oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he just flipped. He flipped the switch, said something that we can't say on the air, and said, I'll shoot you in your blanking face, and started shooting. She was probably, 20 feet away from him?
Yeah, very
and
far
she
away
wasn't
from him.
holding the water like in a threatening way. She just lifted up the pot off the stove.
That video just made me tremble, and just thinking about how Donald Trump wants to give police immunity. So in cases like this, there will be no accountability for an officer just to shoot somebody, go into their home and shoot them in the face.
Now, he was fired and charged.
He was fired and charged with first-degree murder. And 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. 30-year-old white man, former police officer Sean Grayson. So we'll continue to follow the story. This is the leading headline this morning, and more updates at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Man, yes, indeedy. NBA Hall of Famer Clyde the Glide Drexler is selling his Olympic gold medal that he won with the 1992 Dream Team. It's up for auction. Starting bid is expected to be about $250,000. The story is it's kind of unclear why Drexler is parting ways with his Olympic medal, but that's his business. It is what it is. Speaking of the Olympics, LeBron James leads Team USA past Germany to win another exhibition game as they prepare for Olympic play in Paris. It's about to get ready to go down. And could you imagine Coach Primetime Deion Sanders headed out west to coach USC? I'm just saying, there's some rumors out there. It's still early. Don't nobody take that to bed with them, but it is what it is, man. I'll get into that in my next sports report later on in the show. Stay tuned for that. We got the Brat coming up next with the Hot Spot, man. Stay tuned with the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Hot Spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the Hot Spot. It's the BRAT.
29 minutes before the top of the hour. Speaking of the BRAT, good morning, Brat.
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Marvel planted fake leaks to protect Deadpool and Wolverine cameos. Executive producer Wendy Jacobson said there may or may not have been some deception and misdirections on the internet or in person in order to protect the secrecy. I can neither confirm nor deny any cameos in this film, but I will say, in terms of the characters that may or may not appear, it was always important to us that nothing in this movie feels like a gimmick. Deadpool and Wolverine director Sean Levy told Entertainment Weekly earlier this month that there are lots of cameos in this movie, but he stressed that the team behind Marvel did not want any of the cameos or characters to be in the story of the movie, but they were peppered in throughout. Deadpool and Wolverine opens in theaters this Friday, July 26. All right, y'all, moving on. As we know, President Joe Biden withdrew his bid for re-election and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to run instead. Many, including Lizzo, are now speaking up for Harris, calling out critics who claim Harris did nothing during her time as vice president. Here's what Lizzo had to say in an Instagram video.
For everyone saying that Kamala Harris didn't do anything when she was VP, please, for $5,000, do not use Google. Tell me what any vice president has ever done during their term that was notable that you noticed. The vice president's job is to take a back seat and support while the president does everything that's forward facing. And it's funny because when Joe Biden was VP, the only things I really remember him doing was making cool videos with Barack. But when he ran for president, I didn't hear that same, he didn't do anything when he was VP. I wonder why y'all are saying it now.
Message.
Better say it, Lizzo.
Come on, Lizzo. You better speak up for Kamala. Yes, indeedy. Yeah. Oof, that got me a little sweating on the inside. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Because we rooting for Kamala. I don't give a damn. We are rooting for Kamala. Period. Point blank, period.
That money is rolling in, too.
Yes,
Man,
it is.
listen, that's what's up. Last but not least, Chris Brown is being sued for orchestrating the assault of several men. Allegedly, Chris Brown, Yella Beezy, CB's Entourage, Lieutenant Cinco, and Live Nation are all facing a lawsuit filed by 4 alleged victims seeking $50 million. Brown's 11/11 tour hit Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas on July 20th, and after the show let out, plaintiffs Larry Parker, Joseph Lewis, Charles Bush, and DeMarcus Powell say they were invited backstage and escorted there, along with 40 women for a post-concert hang. Well, according to the suit, Bush congratulated Chris on a good show and received appreciation from Chris. Then Bush claims a member of Brown's entourage shouted, "Man, you remember y'all was beefing?" And claims Chris replied, "Oh yeah, we were. What's up, n-?" And then he said, "I don't forget nothing," and verbally ordered his crew to give Bush the beats. Bush claims he was surrounded by 7 to 10 of Chris's guards who punched and kicked him. He also claimed an entourage member known as Hood Boss threw a chair at his head. The plaintiffs also alleged Parker was punched and kicked in his head for more than 10 minutes after Chris's entourage and all of his companions, he encouraged them to get a piece of the action, supposedly, allegedly. All 4 men say they suffered severe injuries and had to undergo various medical treatments. In addition to the $50 million in damages, the plaintiffs also have filed for restraining orders against Chris, Beezy, and Cinco. Man, if you go to the concert, just leave afterwards.
Yeah,
like, why is all these dudes trying to go backstage to see Chris anyway? I understand for the ladies to go see Chris, but why the dudes got to go back there? And if you ever had a problem with him or you got some issues, just leave.
Or maybe on the other side of the fence, if they had some beef in the past, maybe the guy was coming back there to kind of squash everything. I don't know.
Nah. You know how we do. We want to show our face and be like, yeah, I'm right here. I don't know the situation, but all of this is alleged, and I'll keep y'all posted on everything that's going down. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, not next, but why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let me tell you what's happening. These thieves was not afraid to get a little nasty. So 2 women working at an Arby's in Pennsylvania were caught stealing thousands of dollars worth of roast beef. And this was their brilliant scheme. Check this out. The women would slice the beef and hide it in a broken oven. Then they would put it in the trash. One of them would take out the trash, and while she was out back, she removed the roast beef and eventually take it home. Well, we're assuming they put the roast beef in its own bag, not the actual trash, but we ain't 100% clear on that either. Now, the owner of the location noticed the loss and initially thought the problem was how the roast beef was being measured or that it was being wasted somehow. But then the ladies were caught on surveillance video. In all, they stole around $3,500 worth of roast beef, and they both been charged with felony theft and conspiracy to commit theft.
I ain't mad at them. I'm going to put some money on their books.
Same, man.
It took me back to when I started my career at Arby's. That was my first job.
But
I still eat Arby's. Roast beef, good to me.
Well, that sauce, dog. That Arby's sauce?
Come on, man. Y'all better watch out now. I ain't mad at them.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at them. They did it.
What you think they was just selling personal sandwiches?
They might have been selling sandwiches like at the barbershop and beauty salon on Saturday. Go in there, we got these roast beef, $2.
My first job was at Arby's.
Come on now, give me a high five on that one. Come on now,
man.
Team Arby's over here.
$5.25 an hour.
You better ask them.
Y'all know about that Jamocha milkshake, man.
Come on, you better.
Yes, they used to get them Jamocha milkshakes.
I was eating Arby's last week.
They had them 5 for $5s back in the day.
Come on now,
them curly.
I do love a good French dip though.
And they done brought back the potato cakes.
The potato cakes.
They done brought back the potato cakes, man.
Curly seasoned fries. Come on now.
Come on, man. Y'all sleeping on Arby's, boy.
So y'all advocating stealing? I mean,
I am.
Oh, that's good.
No, we
We're
are
talking
not.
about the
Only when
items
it's
on the
roast
menu.
beef. I just say I feel where they was coming from.
Oh.
All criminals ain't bad.
Right. So
Case in point, me.
But they're criminals.
So does that mean that they beefing with this Arby's?
Bye.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Pal and a confidant.
This is my part right here. Ooh, oh. If I did the biggest gift, the biggest. Yeah, thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, so Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 3 minutes after the hour. Y'all, this segment is being brought to you by the Rickey Smiley Birthday Beach Blowout going down August the 9th through the 11th in Hollywood, Florida. Performances by Eric Benet, Christopher Williams, Truth Hurts, and Josh X. Plus, we got the ladies of hip-hop concert with the Brat, Money Love, and Lady of Rage. Listen, and on Sunday, we got that Praise Break, that live concert with Jacqueline Carr and Charles Jenkins. All you need is $500 down to reserve your room. Relaxation, celebration, inspiration. You can go to RickySmileyBBB.com or you can just simply call 214-495-1963 for questions and more details. All right, Gary, what up?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Michael Jackson, y'all. People are talking about Michael Jackson's youngest son, BG, y'all. Now, they're saying that he made an unexpected appearance, y'all, at a discount store, honey, amidst the trust fund drama. Now, they're saying BG Jackson made a rare appearance in Los Angeles over the weekend. They say when he stepped out to pick up some essentials from Target, honey. Michael Jackson's youngest son, they said, was photographed at the store, y'all, where he bought a Minecraft game, some hand sanitizer, toothpaste, and some Kleenex tissues, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, people were shocked and taken aback, y'all, because, you know, they're going through that the trust fund thing. They're saying that the trust fund only owes like $700 million in back taxes, and and it's affecting the children, and it's affecting Miss Catherine's coins as well. But they're saying that people were just very shocked to see that this trust fund beneficiary, y'all, was in Target. They're saying Michael probably turned it over in his grave, honey. And could y'all imagine a rich child like that going to Target? I mean,
what's wrong with Target?
Well, honey,
a lot of rich people go to Target.
Beyonce said she loved Target. She said that's her favorite store.
Well, honey, people are very shocked and upset about seeing this child up in Target, honey. I guess because the money is kind of going through a change. And then they said to make matters even worse, he left the store and he drove off in a purple Tesla. That really added insult to injury because, Michael and Prince weren't really the closest. And he driving a purple car, that's not a good look.
Oh, that's pushing it.
No.
Maybe his favorite color is purple.
I don't know. Well, I'm just telling you what people saying, honey.
You're reaching.
Oh, yeah, that's what the people are saying.
Yes, Lord. I mean, Ricky, that's just not a good look, honey. I mean, oh, my God.
Yes, it is. Everybody love Target. You crazy?
Okay.
Yeah, but why are people making a big thing about it? I mean, this child, honey, is going to Target. His family, honey, is filthy rich. I mean, he could have went to somewhere, another store in Los Angeles.
A billionaire. She said she stay in Target.
Yeah, who you say?
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I seen a video with Bronny James in Target.
Yeah, but they were hiding their faces. Beyonce had on glasses, honey, and nobody knew she was. They just assumed this child had no glasses on enough because he then got to the point where the funds are limited now, so he have to shop there and stuff. So
no,
but I don't know. But we just gotta keep him lifted up in prayer, honey. Hopefully they get this.
You able to go to Target?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, I don't know. Target is not cheap to me.
Nice
but
little kids clothes too. Stuff is colorful and cute.
Yeah, well, we
just
don't.
My little grandkids stuff from Target. Yeah.
Well, people shocked about BG, honey, so we're just going to follow him, honey, and keep him lifted in prayer that everything goes well, that they can get their money back and everything go well. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Madonna's son, honey, is speaking out. Her son, David Banner, y'all. They say he moved out of Madonna's mansion, honey, in New York, and now he didn't put it on social media, y'all, that he's scavenging for food, honey. They're saying that the 18-year-old musician is now living with his girlfriend, in an apartment, but he said he is scavenging, honey, for food, and he charges for online guitar lessons, y'all, to make ends meet, honey. Now, they're saying an aspiring musician can, book guitar lessons from him by his Instagram page, but people are saying, honey, and Madonna say, wait a minute now. They said, because she was wondering, why would he put that out there? He's scavenging for food and stuff, and he just moved out of her house and whatever, and he's 19 years old and stuff, but they're saying Madonna is worth, y'all, $830 million, y'all, but they said, but she throws, honey, David a crumb because he's a man, and he must stand on his own 2 feet. And that's a sad look too, though, y'all. But some people saying,
look, that's right. You got to be a man. You can't just live off of her.
Yeah, but Ricky, I mean, he's only 19 though. I mean, and his mama is filthy rich. There goes filthy rich again.
If he know how to play a good, I don't know a homeless musician. I ain't never seen one of the musicians that play can get paid. You got to sit on the corner and play your instrument for tips. Shoot,
and your mom is Madonna, and you on the corner.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Got to be your own man. You might be in a house, and how them kids be acting entitled and stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't saying throw them out the street, but come up with a plan or whatever. Say, hey, okay, it's time for you to move out. I got your guitar lessons. You talented or whatever. I'll always be here for you. You got to go out into the world.
Oh.
I think that he could just do well just off the strength of being Madonna's son. He could start a social media page. He could do clips. He could monetize his Instagram. What do they call it? Bussing when they're like on the corners and playing. You said he's in New York?
Yeah, he's in New York.
Yeah, you can make a lot of money in New York. I done gave Subway performers tips in New York.
Yeah. Well, we just got to keep him lifted too, Lord. His mom is Madonna, and she found him when he was in Africa and adopted him and stuff. And now it's like you got him and just throwing him out. I mean, it's just, I don't know. But anyway.
So he, okay.
Yeah,
I see where you're going.
Yeah, so let's just keep him lifted in prayer. All right. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is pewter. On the high end, you say pewter, and on the low end, you say beautiful gray. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Yeah, right.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got your wake-up calls. Get them at 866-9 Ricky. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes. So it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and
Lulu. I want to wake up Sean. I want to wake up Kurt. I want to wake up D. I want to wake everybody. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Calling from Ocala, Florida. Good morning to Ebony Roberts from Tiana Taylor. I love you.
Yo, this is DJ D Wade from Cleveland, Ohio, telling all my 216 DJs, Venice DJs, and Regime Squad DJs, wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, it's time to wake up, wake up. All the kids in the gym. It's time to wake up. We got a field trip today. I'll see you in a bit. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
You listening on your radio.
Come on.
Gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? We gon' let them know.
Let 'em know then.
Say Gainesville, wake up. Meridian, wake up. And Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. FTL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all, coming up next, man, I got a hilarious prank phone call. You don't want to miss it. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hello, may I speak to Ann?
This is Ann.
I was calling. You don't know who this is, but during your grandmama's funeral, you had said some bad things about Pastor Smith.
But you know what? I really wish you was some kin to him, because I would certainly give you what for.
Cause let me tell you something. I think that he did a wonderful job, and he didn't have to.
I think he need his ass kicked. That's what.
We was doing y'all a favor by being there in the first place. He didn't have to eulogize her. And if you got anything bad to say about him, baby, you say it to me.
Who is it?
I'm some kin to Reverend Smith, and I heard that you had an attitude when he was preaching the funeral.
Wait a minute.
Cause I sure will come up on the hill if I have to.
All right, now, if you some kin to me, because see, if you make me mad, then I'm finna start saying some stuff.
Well, baby, you say whatever the hell you want to say. But let me just tell you this, and I'm going to leave you with this right here. If you ever say anything out your mouth about Reverend Smith, a God-fearing man, baby, I come up on that hill, and some ass going to get whooped.
I tell you what, you ain't even got to come up here. If you give me time to put on some shoes, I'll come where you at.
I tell you what, put your shoes on and come out in the yard, and I'll be over there in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because, see, first of all, you're disrespectful. You got an attitude, and then you think you're cute. See, I know your whole family. I know Chris, I know Shirley, all of them.
You know that man ain't nothing but a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, you gonna talk about him like that?
Him?
Well, what about you, you old heifer?
He ain't his mama ain't ain't nobody in his family.
Well, what about you, huh?
And he needs to get that gray off his face. Now, you.
When I see you, and we ain't gonna even put the pastor in this, I'm gonna whip your ass if I ever catch you at Walmart. Bring your in the front yard, and I'm gonna get my baby to come pick me up and bring me right round there.
Okay. I bet you leave here need at least $1,500 worth of dental work, because I'm gonna knock all your teeth out.
Well, it's Chris there, because I whip her ass too.
Okay. I'm gonna let you whoop my mama. Come on up here.
The only thing I'm gonna leave you with this here, baby. If you ever fix your mouth, baby, to say anything about Pastor Smith, your ass gonna get whooped. You can go get Shirley, you can go get Chris, James, any damn body you want to get. Do it again now.
No, but wait. Let me leave with you with this one thing. I hate to do it to him, but anybody who on his team, if they confront us, you will leave us with no other alternative but to take care of our business. And I'm 99.9% sure everybody on his team gonna have to have some serious bill work, some patches gonna be out of their head, and then we just gonna pray for them. And I'll holler at you later.
All right, then. I'll be over there and beat your ass.
What up, man? Oh, it's going down. Rickey Smiley's birthday beach blowout. Come on now. August the 9th through the 11th in Hollywood, Florida. Performances by Eric Benet, Christopher Williams, Truth Hurts, Josh X. Plus, we got the Ladies of Hip Hop concert with the Brat, Moni Love, and Lady of Rage. Can't wait for that one, man. Sunday is the Praise Break live concert with Jacqueline Carr and Charles Jenkins. All you need is $500 down to reserve your room right now. Get your relaxation on, your celebration on, and your inspiration all at the same time. Just go to RickySmileyBBB.com, or you can call the travel representatives at 214-495-1963 for questions and more details. Plus, John Lyon got that Dusk Till Dawn party going down at Rickey Smiley's birthday beach blowout. Here's a little tease of what's going down right now. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
There it is, J-A-H, Lion Sound. Let's go to the phone. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, cuz, look.
Where you at, man?
Man, Shady, man.
Bruh.
See, you know what I done learned? Well, you don't know what I done learned from you, from being around you, Shady. You got to help people because you be helping folks all the time, Shady. Every time. That one thing I said about you, can't nobody take that away from you, Shady. You be helping folks, Shady. Like you really do be helping people, Shady. And I think that's one of the things I picked up from being around you a lot, that I need to help people. So that's what I'm doing this morning, and that's why I'm out there. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna be proud that I'm helping my mama right now. I'm helping my mama.
Rock, tell Black Tony where he's supposed to be, Rock.
Man, Black Tony, you supposed to be right here next to us.
Raji, I understand that, Shawty, but what you got to understand, sometimes things is bigger than a little funky job, Shawty. Sometimes you got to understand that everything. Yeah, sometimes your little radio job, your little radio show. Sometimes folks understand that it's bigger things out there, and I'm helping my mama this morning, Shawty.
Well, ain't that wrong
I'm helping my mama. Raji, when you help your mama, she call you and say, Raji, I need some help.
Absolutely.
Hey, Rick, if your mama call you and say, hey, Rick, I need some help. What you gonna do? You gonna drop what you doing and go help your mama? That's who gave you born into the world, son. That's who gave you birth into the whole world and the United States, son.
But did your mama ever talk to you about you coming to work though?
That's what changed your diaper, son. When you was a little baby and boo-booing on yourself. Who wiped your booty? Your mama.
So what you doing? What you doing for your mama, Black Tony?
Shawty, her car got repoed last night. Cause she just going through some things, and so I got to pick up my real daddy from the halfway house, and I got, cause he got a new job. I got to drop him off at his new job at 8:00, and then I'm picking up my stepdaddy at 8:15 from he over at the extended stay. So I'm picking him up at 8:15. Now, cause he got a job interview at 8:45.
Do your real daddy and your stepdaddy know each other?
No, I mean, I'm saying they don't really, you know what I'm saying? I got to drop off my real daddy before I pick up my stepdaddy, because they be beefing sometimes. I'm not even going to lie, so then I don't need no drama this morning. I'm just trying to help them get to where they going. Because they both was smashing my mama, so I guess. But look, so my stepdaddy, he got a job interview at 8:45 at the halfway, well, it's not far from the halfway house, and then I got to pick up my mama ex-husband. Now, my mama ex-husband, that's who she was with before she was with my real dad.
What's his name? Talking about Teddy?
No, his name Earl. And so I got to pick up Earl because he like my goddaddy. He her ex-husband. He my brother daddy, but he ain't my daddy, but he like my goddaddy. So I got to pick him up at 9 from the same place that I'm dropping my stepdaddy off for the interview at 8:30. Then I got to drop him off at the extended stay at 9:45 because that's what my real daddy going to be moving in next week. So my grandmama had put him out. But look. And then after I do all that, I got to take my mama fiance because my mama's going to get married again. He got to drop his car off at the transmission shop at 10:45. So I could come over there after that.
Your mama getting around, ain't she?
Your mama ran through.
I see y'all tomorrow.
Say, Sonny, are you a lawyer? That depends on who you ask. If you ask me, I'm a lawyer. Well, who says you're not a lawyer? The state of California.
But Sonny knows more law than most judges. Go ahead, ask him anything, Fred.
Well, look here, Sonny. Now, Lamont here got a traffic ticket, and he's innocent. Now, what should you do about it?
Well, two viable options immediately suggest themselves. He can either pay the fine or fight it.
Did you hear that, Fred? He's good, baby.
Man, that was legal talk.
Look, I'm going to pay the fine just like I did the last two and just skip all the hassle.
Well, you have 2 prior tickets?
Yeah.
Within the past year?
Yeah.
If you have 2 prior tickets within the past year, do you know what this means?
What?
This means that this is your 3rd ticket.
I thought he was good.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day, Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Baby, everybody's talking about Miss Angel Reese. They're saying, y'all, that Angel Reese has started a trend now in the sissies, and everybody is just loving it, honey. I don't know if y'all heard, but they're saying suddenly, yes, baby, the sissies, Ricky, they're saying suddenly, honey, facial hair on a woman is sexy. All because of Miss Angel Reese. They say this girl left on one day without shaving her mustache now. Now they're saying, y'all, that, honey, makeup free. They say Angel was all the buzz online because, honey, her mustache was popping, baby. And the queens are now got permission. They can wear their mustaches and things now, honey, and look out in the public. They said it was the first time her male fans saw Angel's hairy mustache, and they say she suddenly, honey, usually wear makeup a lot to cover up or to conceal her facial hair. They say, but one fan on Manosphere board wrote, she looks good, honey, without makeup. She's cute. And another guy wrote, she is uniquely pretty, honey, with unique features and good natural hair, honey, when she wears it. And her physique, honey, is A1, which is always important. They say in a triple. They say a triple male fan wrote, face down, baby, honey. Baby, this girl is just giving, honey. So isn't that nice? She's starting to trend on. Now the queens can wear they mustaches now and feel just like Angel Reese.
I ain't never seen her with no mustache, but I personally think that she is awesome, and she is a force to be reckoned with. I love her new stardom. I love her athleticism. I love how she handled with the kids and taking her shoes off, signing autographs. I don't see nothing but. And she from Baltimore, and she talked that trash when she be out there on that court.
Come on, dog.
When I tell you, I absolutely love her.
Her whole story is
Have
amazing.
your daughter ever met her or played against her, Rob?
They played against each other since they were about 10 years old, man. They've always been on Nike teams together playing Traveler. Man, she's always been that same dog-type player, and her story is absolutely amazing.
Well, she is setting a trend now, honey. So the people, everybody's loving it now that she's showing her mustache and stuff. And you know, women used to wear.
Make it seem like she's like got to steal the whispers.
Right.
Oh.
Well, that's
it might be a little peach fuzz, but I ain't seen no mustache. Stop, Gary. Don't do her.
No, that's what they said. No, and you can look at it on pictures. And she got a little hair there. So now, honey, the queens are now being, honey.
Well,
she
can get away with it because she is definitely a force to be reckoned with. But but some other folks ain't got no business with them.
Yeah. So, honey, congratulations to Miss Angel Reese, honey, and she's starting a trend now. So, and you know, she's like a woman with hairy legs. Women used to shave their legs and stuff, but now men are like hairy legs now, so they like it more. They look like a man on a woman, so that's good. So congratulations, to them. Moving on, in other celebrity news, Venus Williams, baby, they say this girl was unrecognizable, baby, at the J.W. Anderson runway show recently at the Milan Menswear Spring Summer event, honey. Now they're saying that the former #1 women's tennis player attended the fashion show with a friend, honey. She was with a beautiful friend. They say, and Venus arrived, honey, at the J.W. Anderson runway wearing a red blazer as a dress, and she paired her outfit with a grayish lavender handbag and a pair of black open-toe mules. But they're saying, honey, people hardly recognize it. Because this girl's face, honey, she looked like she may have done something. Maybe she just probably moisturized that day. I don't know, honey, or what have you. But people saying that they hardly recognize Miss Venus Williams and stuff. So it's amazing, though. I mean, when you have extra coins and stuff, though, you get to do what you want to do with your face and stuff. And these girls are definitely, honey, doing what they want to do with their face.
You thinking about doing something? Like,
for me, not my face, though, but I have other parts I would love to work on, but not the face, honey. So, yeah.
Take some of that back fat and move it, push it down.
Exactly. I want to transfer that girl, honey. Transfer it some other places, honey. But right now, honey, it'll be recognizable, so I ain't going to do it. I'm waiting till we go on spring break.
It's part of your identity. It's your brand.
Yeah, I guess so. But when you go on break, honey, you come back and the girls don't, you look, I just gained weight over the weekend. But anyway, honey,
okay.
They talking about her. And I mean, my thing is, though, honey, I mean, she still looks amazing. She still looks good and stuff like that. So, people should just go ahead and let, honey, Venus be Venus, honey, and, live her life and do what you got to do, child. So there you have it. All right, my final story, y'all, baby. Miss Larsa Pimpins is back. Now they're saying Larsa is allegedly dating Safari. They say she done Marcus Jordan, honey. Yeah, she got a Safari now. They say, honey, she need her a new man for the show, honey, Love and Hip Hop. They say she needs somebody new. They say she didn't use Marcus up enough.
Nicki Minaj old dude.
Yep, Safari.
It's Erica
Menya's husband. Yeah. He didn't been around, honey, but now they say, honey, Larsa is looking for a new sexy younger man, baby, to be her bae on the upcoming season. And they say enters Mr. safari
Oh, I
sandwich,
think
honey.
they just gonna do that for a storyline. You don't think they're really interested in each other, do you? Gary?
Well, they said they friends and stuff. But I mean, he was at her birthday party and lost out in this little sheer outfit, looking a mess. Honey, no clothes up. I don't believe Michael Jordan let his son even date this woman. But nevertheless, honey, now so she doing. It's amazing how black men become. They just let themselves be used, honey, by these non-African American women like they some kind of animal or something or whatever. But nevertheless, honey.
I just be thinking it's so many beautiful women, and why do these guys pass around like the same? These celebrities be dating the same women, like all these beautiful women out here.
Yeah,
Because they see them on Instagram, and you know they hide, they got video, they got a lot of followers and stuff, and then they grow up a fan, and then when they become famous, they get an opportunity to be with chicks they've been looking at in their phone forever, and they just go for it.
But it's like the same 5 chicks.
That's all I'm saying, and it's.
That's what that song was about. Every other city we go, every other video.
Well, they say that they say cars run better the more you drive.
They definitely being driven.
Yeah, they say them cars good. Them Hondas, they run real good when they have a lot of mileage on.
All day. Toyota too, Jack.
All right, then.
Eco Boost.
Go on and give us that color.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. The color today is pewter. On the high end, you say pewter, and on the low end, you just say beautiful gray, baby. That's your color for today. How those cars run better, Rick?
They run real good when they got a lot of mileage on it. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
Body cam footage has been released of a white Illinois sheriff's deputy fatally shooting a black woman in the face over a pot of water in her home. Oh my God, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, Sonia Massey, whose daughter confirmed that her mother had been diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic, had called the police because she thought someone was trying to break into her home. When police arrived, they began looking into Massey's home with flashlights. Officer Sean Grayson and his partner entered the home, where they began speaking to Massey, and after initial discussion and request for Massey's driver's license, Grayson spotted a pot of boiling water on the stove and ordered Massey to remove it to avoid starting a fire. In doing so, Massey asked the officers why they moved it away from her. Grayson responds with, "Away from your hot steaming water." Massey responded jokingly, "Away from the hot steaming water? Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Here's some audio from their exchange.
Huh? Where you going? Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from the hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot!
So
Wow.
after Grayson shot Sonia 3 or 4 times, his partner then attempted to render aid because she was still gasping, Ricky. Unfortunately, she was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. Grayson has been arrested and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and is being held without bond until his trial is set to begin.
Yeah, this is really sad news, and we hate to see stuff like this happening to our people over and over again. And joining us this morning, we have the president of the Atlanta chapter of the NAACP, Attorney Gerald Griggs. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I saw this. It was really, really hard to watch. Talk about this for a minute, and you know, and what do you think is gonna? I'm surprised that he was. I'm shocked that he was actually arrested and charged.
I mean, this underscores what we've been saying for years now. There is a serious problem with police encounters and police brutality and police accountability. And I'm hopeful that in this case, there will be some accountability. The true justice would be Miss Massey still being with us. And watching that body cam footage is definitely hard to watch. You know, for 30 some odd minutes, they were having a cordial encounter. She was letting them know that she believed there was an intruder there. They checked for the intruder. Then they went through going through her license and everything. And I just don't understand why it escalated to the point where she would be shot in her face while she was on the ground appearing to give up. She said, you know, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. She was joking. And then it just escalated from there, him shooting her in the face after threatening to shoot her in the face. So this is completely uncalled for, and I'm glad the charges have been filed, but more needs to be done.
And just the way he talked to her. He talked to her like she was a dog. He was letting her know, I'll shoot you in your blanking face. Just the way he...
it's clear that he's had these type of issues before because the way it escalated so quickly and the type of language that he was using towards her, it looked like he knew what he was about to do.
That's crazy. And to let everybody know, former President Donald Trump has stated numerous times that under the second Trump administration, one of his policy plans is to give police blanket immunity from prosecution and civil judgments, to give them their power back. Attorney Griggs, do you think people realize the problem with giving police, this level of unaccountability? Do you think this would increase the incidence of police violence against black citizens?
Absolutely. I mean, if you give them blanket immunity from any type of civil liability, any type of criminal liability, we will see more and more and more of these incidents. And that's why it's important to pass the George Floyd Justice Policing Act, which will strengthen the ability to hold rogue police officers who violate the public trust accountable. This is about police accountability and nothing else for the officers that run afoul of the law. For the thousands of officers who do not, they will have no problems. But for the ones that do, they should be held accountable. And if Donald Trump or any other politician wants to give blanket immunity, you will see more and more of this, and we're already seeing record numbers.
Why haven't that bill been passed?
It's stuck in the Congress. It hasn't passed the Senate because they don't have 60 votes to put it forward on the Senate floor and pass it. So it's stuck. And, I mean, that's why it's incumbent upon people to call for the passage. I know we're tired of seeing these videos. I'm tired of seeing the videos. But until there is legislative change that allows for it to be easier to hold these officers accountable on the front end instead of the back end, we're going to continue to see this.
Attorney Griggs, would you say, and just to be clear for clarity, there's one side of the House that won't pass this bill, this legislation?
That's correct. It's been reintroduced. It passed the House of Representatives back in 2020, but it didn't pass the Senate. And so at that point, they had to reintroduce it. And there is one House that is being recalcitrant in passing it. And so right now we're at a stalemate. Hopefully with the President of the United States tweeting about this and saying there needs to be more done, maybe there will be movement. But currently we are stuck in a legislative stalemate.
Attorney Griggs, good morning. Thank you again for joining us. I'm a mother of 2 children with special needs. And, not only does the violence against black men concern me because my sons are young black men, I'm also concerned about police and their training to deal with people with issues, autism, mental health, paranoid, schizophrenic people, and Sonia Massey's daughter confirmed that her mother was schizophrenic and she had some issues. Do you know anything about training for police to deal with people with these types of issues?
Absolutely. That's one of the things we've been advocating for. That's crisis interveners to come out to calls like this where you have a documented history of some type of mental health issue. And so I think instead of police coming out, crisis interveners, if it had been documented that she's had previous issues with mental health, they should have come out, and it shouldn't have been a law enforcement officer with a gun. And even if they do come out with a law enforcement officer, it needs to be the crisis intervener that de-escalates situation. This situation could have been prevented by de-escalation. At no point from the video does it appear that she's a threat. This actual officer actually was being less than truthful in saying that she came at him with the pot of boiling water. We could all see she was on the ground when she was shot. So I think that more training, but also the presence of crisis interveners in these type of calls would alleviate what we saw in this video.
Hey, you know how they interview FBI agents, and I'm just trying to figure out what the interview process for police officers, because apparently this guy this police officer has some issues himself, like the way it escalated and the way he spoke to her. And
it's like he was triggered.
Yeah.
He was triggered. Yeah.
And I would like to know how long he's been on the force, if he had any prior issues, And this particular shift, how long was he on the shift? Because it was clear he went from 1 to 10 at an astronomical rate and escalated instead of de-escalating the situation. All he had to do was tell her to put the pot down. She's putting the pot down. But to shoot her in the face after threatening to shoot her in the face, and clearly the other officer did not see the threat because he didn't shoot her. And then ultimately he tried to render aid and was denied because the guy said it was a headshot. I mean, who says that? Who does that?
Well, who can black people call when they need help if the police are constantly against us?
I mean, that's a good question. Typically, we're supposed to call the Department of Justice, and we're supposed to, call our local elected officials, but it seems that there's a continuous rise of these incidents, 1,000 every year since George Floyd. So that's a good question. I would say call your local NAACP. It's the only people I know.
And the other question I have, even though he's been put in jail and prosecuted, can the Justice Department still, can the feds still jump in and charge him as well?
Absolutely. If they find any evidence of a hate crime or any type of racial animus here, or if they find an abuse of his power as a law enforcement officer and a patterns and practice violation of that police department, there are things that the Department of Justice and the Office of Civil Rights can do. But at this point, it needs to launch an investigation to see what caused this incident and how many incidents like this have happened in that police department.
Oh man, Attorney Griggs, we appreciate everything. We got so much to talk about. I mean, we got a lot to talk about beyond this right here with everything that's going on. Let everybody know how they can follow you and how they can become a member of their local chapter of the NAACP.
Yes, thank you, Ricky, for always having me. You can always follow me at Attorney Griggs on all social media platforms, and you can join the NAACP by going to NAACP/join on our website, www.naacp.org/join. We need everybody on alert because we are going to see more of this as we continue to matriculate on for the next 100 days to this election. A lot of people are acting out, and we have to be protected. So please join your local NAACP to be ready, and we are all in.
And I co-signed to that. I've been a life member for over 25 years, and the SCLC as well. So we got to have you back on. I got to get brother Derek Johnson on as well, man. Hey, man, love you, Attorney Griggs. Thank you for coming on this morning. Oh, man, Beyonce Love on top. 5 key changes, modulation, each key change. Love that damn song right there, and I'm a dude. But it's a man law violation to sing it in the shower. Can't sing that. Listen to it, you can jam to it. And men love that song. We ain't never admit it, but we love that song. But we ain't gonna sing it in the shower.
Sure not.
Not even by your damn self. You can't even play that in the shower. You can play it once you get out the shower. You putting on lotion, but you can't just be in the shower listening to that. You can't.
I do a lot of man law violations when I'm absolutely alone.
No, you can't. You can't do that. You need to stop. If it comes off, turn the shower off and get out and go turn the station. Anyway, it's that time of the week for Paternity Test Tuesday. This morning we got Miss Glennis, 37, and the dad, Mac, is 34. Oh, she's older than him. And their children, Darius, 13, and Deanna, 17 years old. Hey, good morning to y'all.
Now,
good morning.
Yeah, happy to have y'all. What say, Brett?
I was trying to say, now, Mac and Glennis had been married for 13 years prior to divorcing last year. The cause of the divorce was that Mac found out that Glennis had been involved in an extramarital situation for almost 8 years of their marriage. Mac says when they got married, he was still young and trying to get on his feet. She was the main breadwinner. He feels that this is what led her to going sideways. Now, 2 years after college, he landed a great job with one of the big banks and moved up fast to become a senior manager, earning mid-6 figures by the time he was 31. She had started the affair in the first year of the marriage with an associate pastor of the church they belonged to when they lived in Cleveland before they moved to Raleigh, North Carolina for Mac's job at the corporate headquarters of the bank.
Now, she did admit, Ricky, to the affair after Mac was told about it by one of her former friends who felt like he needed to know. Glennis first denied it, but admitted to it once, threatened to confront the minister.
Ooh.
Making things worse is the minister is a frat brother of Max. Oh, my goodness, layers. He confronted him anyway and actually got into a fist fight in the parking lot of a Target. Mac is paying Glennis almost $2,000 per month in child support and alimony and is determined to know whether his kids are actually his. He's angry and says if one or both of them aren't his children, he doesn't know what he'll do. But he says the one he has in question is Deanna more than Darius. And he says he just needs to know the truth.
Well, if they chapter bros,
Say, man.
How that work? Do they cover that in like the bylaws or something?
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't sleep with your frat brothers, but some do it.
What frat do you think they belong to? Because they didn't specify.
It could be any of them, because all of them trifling. But the only ones that probably wouldn't do something like, I don't think Sigmas would do something like that. But I don't think Alphas, Alpha Phi Alpha would, but them damn Kappas and them damn Qs.
They put that thing in the streets, huh?
All of them trifling.
The Iotas probably wouldn't. So that's either KK side, the Qs or the Kappas. That sounds like some of their drama.
Well, Glennis and Mac, we appreciate you all being on the show, and we want to provide you with some answers. We're going to get down to this and have a conversation with this couple and give you those results. That's coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Paternity Test Tuesday. And joining us this morning, the mom, Glennis, and the dad, Mac, and their son, Darius, who is 13, and Deanna, who is 17. Brett, quickly, what led us here today?
Well, in short, Ricky Glennis cheated on Mac for about 8 years with the pastor of their church in Cleveland, who also happens to be Mac's frat brother, and Mac confronted him and whooped his butt in the parking lot.
Man. My God.
Yeah. I think he probably deserved that.
Mac.
Yes.
Yeah, what happened, bro?
Man, it's hard to even talk about, man. I mean, you don't think you'll get to that point, but I mean, when you got feelings involved and you care about somebody, it's just hard, man.
Oh, this definitely ain't the bros.
Just even had to ask the question, huh?
This Alpha for sure.
So Mac,
he sound like he's smart as hell. Go ahead, Maria.
So Mac, when you look at this pastor, your frat brother, do you see any of your children's faces in his?
I feel like at least one of them looks more like him, I would say, than myself. I mean, with kids, you got to have something, the nose, the eyes, the ears, something, and I'm just not sure. I feel like, one of them could definitely favor him more, for sure.
So Darius is 13, Deanna's 17. You put some pretty good years in, raising these kids, obviously. If it comes out that they're not yours, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard pill to swallow.
You still go to that church?
Definitely not. No.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Glennis, let me ask you this. Can the man preach like real good?
Yep, I was looking for a spiritual blessing.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
I'm kind of proud of yourself. Huh?
Yeah, please, Mac, don't even go there.
Wow. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about right here.
Don't even go there, Mac, because I already know.
Hey, Glenn, you say you looking for
I was looking for a spiritual blessing. I'm so sick and tired of Mac always trying to play victim, because my friend is the one that got all this going anyway.
Oh my God, Mac!
But Glennis, how did you feel when Mac beat up the man in the Target parking lot?
I didn't say who won the fight.
No.
Yeah,
no, Mac confronted him and whooped his butt in the parking lot.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. Clearly, he's not making the gym. So.
Hey, Mac, when you hit him, did this when you lost the fight? Did one of his shoes come off, or any change came out of his pocket?
It don't matter because at the end of the day, I returned emotional healing back to him.
Man, I'm glad y'all got divorced.
Oh, so you don't feel ashamed at all, Glennis? You don't feel
It's not
like
that
your
I feel
behavior is...
ashamed because, listen, it's not that I feel ashamed because at the end of the day, Mac on here playing victim, but it was my friend Keisha who told him about me and his friend. But at the end of the day, yeah, but hold on. At the end of the day, she hooked me up with Mac, but she didn't tell me that Mac had his hooking her before.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, how did you two meet? Because your personalities seem very different.
Got another layer to
That's
this.
how he probably trying to help her get her GED. I'm just playing. Listen, I'm just playing, Glennis. Oh my God.
Oh my.
It's got messy.
You can't.
And all that time my child don't look like him. My child ain't just, honey, please. You bless my child with that hairline and that body like your Aunt Vicky. So please.
What Vicky?
Nah, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Well,
You gonna see.
Aunt Vicky deliver boxes for Amazon.
His Aunt Vicky, not my Aunt Vicky.
Oh,
how she built?
Bad.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get some answers.
Okay.
Yeah, I need some answers.
Yeah, let's go ahead and help these people out. It's a mess.
Vicky built up like Lawrence Taylor, got a little low haircut with 2 points.
I got the envelope right here.
Okay.
From the independent laboratory.
Vicky coming to that, ringing that doorbell looking like Mark Ingram.
Toting that rock. Toting that rock.
Like Tim from Sweetie Pie.
Okay, I need you to focus, Special K.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got the envelope from the independent laboratory that did the test, and the results are 99.9 something % accurate. And we did send out tests for both of the kids, Deanna and Darius. Now Deanna is the oldest one, and Darius is the younger one.
You roll over there, you think you in the bed with Shannon Sharp.
Okay, here we go. Here's the results. Deanna, Darius is your son. Okay, that's the good news. The bad news is Deanna. Yeah, the bad news is Deanna is not yours.
Ooh. Oh, snap. I almost cussed.
I already knew.
Oh, man, I almost cussed on the radio.
That's
Well, listen. While you checking Deanna, you need to check Keisha kids, too. Because if Deanna ain't his, Keisha kids got to be his, too.
Don't gaslight. Don't gaslight.
You fed her long enough. That's why she got that hairline. Now I just figure the rest of it out in the name of Jesus.
Oh.
And it's supposed to be a godly woman.
So she's still at the church.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 25 minutes after the hour, we got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by the Urban One Podcast Network. Listen to the new TV One podcast, Raising Fame, on the Urban One Podcast Network. To listen, go to urbanonepodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Good morning, our SMS family. Here's what's happening in news. Okay, so Kamala Harris became the front runner on Sunday after President Joe Biden dropped his reelection bid and urged his supporters to unite around his vice president instead. I know y'all are seeing the numbers, $81 million raised in 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's also been endorsed by key Democratic figures such as former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, which was huge. Now, get this, Ricky. The AP reports that Harris has reached out to 2,668 delegates as of Monday night, which surpasses the 1,976 delegates needed for the nomination. However, the delegates are not bound to her the way they were bound for Biden and can still vote for someone else on the convention floor. But it's looking like very good for her in terms of becoming the nominee. And can you all talk about, were you on the call last night, Ricky, Special K?
I didn't know how to log on. I don't know how to log on to stuff. I'm bad about that. I was texting somebody.
Yeah, I was watching the live. I wasn't on the call, but I was watching the live. I think they raised over $1.4 million.
Yeah.
He had a lot of people on
But I sent the donation, though, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They said 53,862 people registered for the Win with Black Men video call. Wow. And they raised 1.3 million as of 8 hours ago, but that number is continuing to rise. So shout outs to all of the black men who were on that call. In other news, real quickly, Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle. She testified before the House Oversight Committee for more than 4 hours on Monday. Now committee members from both parties are calling for her to resign. Cheadle failed to answer basic questions about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, declining to say how many agents were protecting Trump or why the rooftop of would-be assassin fired from the outside was left open. That was, with insight of Donald Trump. It was really bad, Ricky. I don't know if you heard any of her testimony, but she just was not answering the questions very well at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
In both sides, Democrats
Both
and
sides.
Republicans, asking her for her resignation. You have to protect the president, period.
Yeah.
No
yeah,
matter
who
it is, you have to protect
right?
the candidates. That's your job. You know, so that could have been anybody. That could have been Biden. It could, it was Trump.
Right.
It could have been Kamala Harris or whatever. All details need to be paid attention to.
Yeah, they need to get it together. She called the attempt on Trump's life the Secret Service's most significant operational failure in decades. So we'll see what happens there. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick rundown of some of the stories we're following at RickySmileyMorningShow.com. That's also where you can read more news and updates. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What it do, Maria? Let's start off with LeBron James leading Team USA past Germany to win another exhibition game as they prepare for Olympic play in Paris. And NBA Hall of Famer Clyde the Glide Drexler, his Olympic gold medal that he won back in 1992 with the Dream Team is up for auction. Starting bid is expected to be about $250,000. Still unclear why Drexler is parting ways with his Olympic medal, but that's his business. It is what it is. Rick Dawg, let me tell you something, man. You probably ain't gonna believe this, but Coach Primetime Deion Sanders, could you imagine him as the next head coach at USC? I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, really?
Rumors. So here's what's going on. Sports analyst Paul Feinbaum put it out there into the universe yesterday saying that if USC has another average season like last season, they was 8-5, he could see Prime leaving Boulder, Colorado and being the next head coach at USC. Because we already know prime time is Hollywood. We know USC out there in California is Hollywood. And here's what Stephen A. Smith had to say about it.
Because I don't like him in Boulder. I've told him that. I don't like him in Boulder. No. So prime time, that's Tinseltown, okay? That's Tinseltown. I think.
Come on, man. I don't see it.
I actually like Colorado. I like the grind. I like him being in a place like that where him and the players could be focused on football. Because you go to USC out there in L.A., man, there's so many distractions. I know, he used to be Hollywood when he was a player. But him being there in Boulder, Colorado with almost nothing to do, I think that makes a better team for him and to keep him focused on the game.
Well, I'm just going to say this. His son is going to be gone after this year. Travis Hunter going to be gone. And we wishing him the best. And I think he's still going to have a decent season. But it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't surprise me if this did eventually happen. Yeah. I'm with you, man. I hope.
He told me to tell you what's up. I talked to him last week, so I'm going to a game. So he said, let us know what game you want to go to. Me and Pastor E. Dewey Smith, we going out there. I can't wait.
Done
already
deal.
Took that weekend off,
Done
bro.
deal.
He out there on the sideline, baby. Let's go.
On the sideline with Prime.
Let's go.
Yo, we got Brad got the hot spot. Let's get it popping.
Hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. 50 Cent took full advantage of his song, Many Men, trending alongside the Donald Trump assassination attempt, but the song's producer, Digga, sees it as a bittersweet moment. Now, Digger says having the classic record go viral in 2024 is definitely a plus, but he's not down with it being used to make Trump look gangster. As it turns out, he cannot stand the guy. Digger says his notifications began to light up shortly after Trump got hit. Many men streams shot up 250% with over 2 million streams in just 2 days, which was released back in 2003. 50 played up the buzz at his Boston concert last Sunday, performing the song while projecting his Get Rich or Die Trying album cover with Trump's face photoshopped as a prop for the crowd. Digger says it's all in fun and games unless Trump attempts to use the song on his campaign trail, and he says that's where he'll draw the line. That is crazy. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Woo. All right, y'all. Yeah. Moving on, as we know, President Joe Biden withdrew his bid for the re-election and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to run instead. Many, including Lizzo, are now speaking up for Harris, calling out critics who claim that Harris did nothing during her time as vice president. Here's what Lizzo had to say in an Instagram video.
For everyone saying that Kamala Harris didn't do anything when she was VP, please, for $5,000, do not use Google. Tell me what any vice president has ever done during their term that was notable that you noticed. The vice president's job is to take a back seat and support while the president does everything that's forward facing. And it's funny because when Joe Biden was VP, the only things I really remember him doing was making cool videos with Barack. But when he ran for president, I didn't hear that same, he didn't do anything when he was VP. I wonder why y'all are saying it now.
Yeah, that's crazy. You have to understand how people that say stuff like that don't understand how government works.
Exactly.
She's not in charge of the Senate and the Congress.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got a Republican Congress and a Republican Senate, what do you expect the vice president to do?
I'm just reading the comment about her being blamed for reparations not being passed. What?
That's crazy.
Yeah, the people that's talking have no idea what her job is. Her job entails.
But you know, Lizzo talked about doing a Google search. You can actually search what Kamala Harris has done as VP, and it's thorough.
Yes.
And even in the past, as when she was Attorney General, she did some great programs.
So go ahead and do that Google.
And things that she voted on in the Senate as well.
All of that.
They need to stop.
Exactly. I absolutely agree because I'm rocking with her. This is going to be amazing if she wins. I would love her to win. I'm endorsing her. Whatever it is we can do, I'm down for it. So let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got the Praise Mix Down with the White Stone. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.